Bam! Here to talk about my DMT experience and maybe a little more about DMT. Well, not too long ago, about an hour ago or so, I tried DMT, folks, and let me tell you, it's probably one of the weirdest things I've ever tried. Me, I grew up and I was exposed to chronic marijuana, pot, whatever you guys want to call it, and that did it for me. It mellows me out, depending on what you smoke, whether it's sativa or indica. It has an effect where you're just lazy or really active and creative and focused and talkative. So I've always smoked just weed. I'm not much of a drinker, but my friends told me about DMT and what it did, and then so I did some of my research on DMT, and I was completely compelled, what? That's crazy, because I have a lot of dreams, and sometimes I have dreams that actually will take place after. And also, people call that a deja vu. It's a trip. I have a whole a dream dictionary because I'm pretty spiritual also, Anyways, DMT, the pineal gland is what produces DMT. Your pineal gland produces DMT when you have near-death experiences or when you're asleep dreaming. That's where your dreams come from. That's why you're able to see things through your dreams you've never seen before in person, such as characters, colors, dimensions, scenes, scenarios, and a bunch of other stuff where just your imagination goes wild. Now, my experience doing DMT was really unique. Some of my friends, of course, had experiences a little different from mine, and it all depends on the user and how you take the hits. Now, from what I understand and from what I read, the best way to do DMT is using a water bong. Okay, so you use a water bong, you pack a bowl, a decent bowl, and you're better off if you get a friend or someone to help you out, for the fact that by the time you take that third big hit, you just kind of your body just kind of mellows out big time to a point where you can't even hold the bong anymore. It's kind of like you go into a trance, and it sounds a little scary, but it's really not. It's more like you get almost like a real sleepy, drowsy feeling, like overdosing on NyQuil. I never overdosed on NyQuil. I'm just exaggerating to the fact where I've tried NyQuil before, and yeah, knocked the fuck out. Anyways, so the best way to do it is a water bong. Okay, you take one big rip, you hold it for a few seconds, you let it go. As soon as you let it go, boom, you take another hit. By the second hit, and I'm telling you from experience, it's things just changed completely. For me, by the time I took the third hit, when I got the lighter and I went of the lighter, everything just kind of in a way slowed down, and everything got so silent, so quiet, that it's weird, because the lighter was just it left an echo, and after that it was almost like silence, going out to space. You can hear things, but it was just different. The filtration of your hearing changes up a bit. Some can relate to what I'm saying, some probably had a completely different experience. Anyways, by the third hit, I was a little reluctant to do it, because I almost didn't have the will to do that third hit, but they told me you need to take that third hit to break through. And we'll talk about a breakthrough in just a few moments. Now, by the time I took the third hit, it wasn't a big old hit, okay? But it was definitely a hit. So I just sat back and I closed my eyes. By the second hit, I had already started hearing, after the quietness, just a few seconds later, I started hearing frequencies, and so I closed my eyes and I just relaxed. And then I started seeing these beautiful crystal gems, golden gems. It kind of looked like I don't know if you guys remember this, but when you go into play a Sonic video game and you go into the bonus level, or Super Mario, how there'll be a lot of golden coins. Well, it looked like those coins, but a whole place of golden coins, and within those coins, what I seen was a clown, not a human clown, but a clown made out of jewels. Beautiful jewels. The colors were so vivid, HD. I can't even, it's difficult to explain, but it was so vivid and rich. And that clown made out of jewels was balancing himself on this crystal sphere ball. The ball was also like a golden color, and he was just kind of walking like that, and the sphere ball was going through all the beautiful gems and jewels. And as I just kept my eyes closed, just thinking to myself inside, subconscious, like, this is so crazy, you know? And then just a few moments later, within that period, I started seeing these alien-like creatures. Now, when I say alien-like creatures, they didn't have eyes, okay? They didn't have a mouth. They look like the body of an alien, but they were just moving like kind of like this, kind of like almost kind of like looking at me like that. And then their arms, they had no fingers. Their arms just kind of like were like, you know, like this shape without the fingers, and they just went like this. And I felt like their hands kind of go inside of my nostrils. And as I'm sitting there with my eyes closed, I'm thinking like, this is so weird. So I knew that I was smiling. It wasn't scary. It was just like, how alien, you know? It's like definitely tapped into a different dimension. Now, I've had friends say that they go into this vortex and they feel like they're like just flying, like zooming by, and then that's when they break through a different dimension. And sometimes they see like a extraterrestrial, like different life. They get to see things. I even had one of my friends who does it every other week, and he does it every other week because it's unhealthy and you don't get the actual high if you do it every other day. You have to wait a few days before you do it. So he's gotten to a point where he just takes off, flies, and gets to interact with these other beings. And he's also had the experience to kind of like come back to where he's at in his room, and he's just kind of hovering over his body. He said that part was kind of spooky because he felt like, whoa, I wonder how long it's gonna take for my body to go back into my body. So that was kind of crazy. Anyways, my experience was pretty unique. It wasn't scary. If I would try it again, probably. I want you guys to know that it's not cheap. DMT, it's difficult to find, first of all, and it's not cheap. A gram will cost you $100. $100 for a gram of DMT. And like I said, if you do manage to get your hands on DMT, be cautious with it, meaning use it correctly, because it's expensive, so you want to get the most out of it. So remember, you have to take 3 hits, okay? And you take the first hit, you wait a few seconds, about 15 seconds, you let go of the air, exhale, take the second hit, 15 seconds, exhale, and then you take that last huge third rip. Hold it in and just sit back and enjoy the ride. I mean, you're going to see other YouTube videos where people have different experiences, but they all have a little bit of association, meaning like similarity as far as like a different dimension and characters. Some actually have the opportunity to like see other beings like angels and God just kind of waving down, and then the person that did DMT feels like really loved, you know, and safe and protected. I didn't get that opportunity. I was shooting for that. I really wanted to experience something like that, but unfortunately, I guess everyone has a different kind of trip. So I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you guys. I don't want to scare you, and I also don't want to persuade you to go try it. But if you are curious about it, do research on it. There's a couple of books on Netflix. There's like a documentary, and what else? Let's see. And then like there's plenty of YouTube videos where you guys can check that out. Let's see what else. Also, when you do DMT, make sure there's only either your friend in the room who's spotting you, or no one in the room, because it has to be absolute quietness. Also, do it in a room where you feel really comfortable, where you can put like incense, nice lights, like a real calm environment. It's really soothing, a good tranquility, a good ambience. You don't want to do it in a place where there's a lot of ruckus, or that someone can walk in unexpectedly, a phone rings out of nowhere. Like you don't want your experience to be you don't want any interference. That's not part of the actual, you know, DMT experience where you just chill and relax. And also, I'm going to be making another video just talking about the pineal gland and how tremendously awesome it is. If that's even a right way to put it. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and hit me up. I'd like to talk about it more, but this is all I got for now. All right, peace out, y'all.